But some
Welcome,
characteristics about
welcome, welcome.
ADHD, and then I will share a little experience of some patients I've been with. As I said, tomorrow I'll be looking at the diagnostic criteria because it is very difficult to distinguish between ADHD and bipolar, or what we call the personality disorders. So ADHD is a personality disorder, and it is only a drop in the ocean out of all the personality disorders. So the reason I was taking it from your point was that because you didn't go to a doctor and you were told so, I as a professional, possibly you were not diagnosed, but now because of your readings, you would think that most of the characteristics you were exhibiting was possibly from them. Now, the main foundation of ADHD is purely biological. Purely biological. Psychological conditions can be from many perspectives. One of them could be biological, as I've mentioned. One of them could be as a result of trauma. One of them could be as a lived condition. And one of them could be as a result of your environment. Now, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is purely a biological predisposition. Therefore means that people who have it were born with it. It's biological. And any condition that is biological is very difficult to fight with. It is either you fight it biologically or you combine biology with some environmental interventions. Now, again, bringing it to Africa, mental conditions are very difficult to be financed. Again, it's not like regular mainline condition, regular physiological condition where a tablet or two in a matter of 3 days or 7 days or at most 21 days you have a relief. It's not like that. Psychological and psychiatric condition. For some of them, you need to fight it for 3 years, you need to fight it for 5 years. There are some patients who have been with me for 7 years and counting. It means that they have been put on medication and regularly they will need to come for such treatment over and over and over. So in short, I want us to know that diagnosing and knowing this is the condition and making sure that it is well treated can really be daunting, and it can really be very tough in that manner. All right. So this is my introduction. I wish you will ask me a question or two so that I can just throw more light. Yes. But as I said, tomorrow there will be a full discussion on diagnosis and intervention. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Is it still morning?
Please, sit. It's a conversation.
Is it still morning?
Yes, it's still morning.
Oh, good morning, everyone.
It's still morning, yes.
Abo.
And the response?
You're supposed to say hello.
Okay.
And to say?
Oh, behold it. All right, sure. Yes.
Okay, just a quick question. If you say it's biological, so that means if you have ADHD, that means you were born with, right?
Yes.
Is it possible for the doctors to pick it up from birth if you are
These are
ADHD?
when they get P up. I didn't hear.
Can pick it up?
Oh, pick it up, yes. Okay.
From birth.
Yes. Okay, so what do you call birth? Are you referring to birth as just when the child is born on that very day?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. So it is noticed during the developmental pattern. So usually my clients who are around age 7, just when I was coming, a lady calls, being referred to my clinic, the child is 3 years and showing all the symptoms of ADHD. Now, as a practitioner, the moment, because I've handled it for a very long time, okay, fine, right, but bring the child to me, for me to put the diagnostic criteria for me to say that yes, that is it. So you can't pick it from birth. It's not a physiological predisposition where you see the limb is not there, the eye possibly are not wide open or dilated. This is a developmental process. So as you start, so for example, a child is not supposed to continually suck breast, bite you all over. It is abnormal. There could be some interventional biting. Now, once in a while, a child may bite your breast once, but if anytime you put the breast in the mouth of the child bites. Even in pain, the child bites you. It's an indication. I'm not saying it's an indication. I'm saying that it is suggesting that possibly something is happening. All right. So a child is in a class, a crèche as we may call it in Ghana, and right from day one, he or she stands up and begin to use a pencil to, in Ghana we say chook, break the back of everybody. Anytime teacher is teaching, breaking the back of everybody. Hey, sit down. Okay, he'll sit down 2 minutes. The next 2 minutes, he jumps on the seat. Now you would think you have a lively child who possibly is developing the skills of boxing or wrestling. Okay, but it must not continue. See, once you're able to tell the child, sit down, and the child does not hit to the sitting, it is suggesting to you, why are all the children calm, but this other person is just not calm? Okay, so it's not something you can detect from birth, day one, no. It's when you're in the developmental stages. Yes, anymore. So supposed to be interactive, so let's interact.
Okay. Yeah. So, like in terms of schooling, now we are sitting with this children, okay, with this child that has this sort of behavior, which is he or she keeps on throwing, pencils, because I know my first one used to do that. So, in case of, like, in terms of that case, can the child still remain in normal school, or can the child be referred to a special school?
Okay. All right. So, I have told you that psychological and psychiatric conditions are very similar. Sometimes a child who has attention deficit, many people think they have autism. Sometimes, that I've always told them, look, that is not true. You need the proper diagnosis. Many a times I say that you don't need to take them to a special school. There is a spectrum. See, there's a spectrum that determines severity of a condition. This is very severe. This is mild. This is intermittent. So until the doctor will say otherwise, you don't just decide to move the child from the main class to a special school. What I say is that let's give a special attention to the child, because those children are extremely talented, but they can't focus, so they become very bad in class. They become very, very, very bad in class because they can't focus. So once you remove them from the main class and put them in a special class, it also becomes a stigma. Why am I in a different place? And teachers will always want their peace in class. So they always will put that child somewhere. You don't look like everybody. So you become the black sheep or the black goat, always be, and that becomes stigma. Well, they say I'm not good. And the thing is that this child is suffering from lack of attention and he's seeking more attention. So you always want to misbehave so that more attention, he or she enjoys the punishment. So you, the teacher, thinks that you are punishing, but that is the child's gratification. Let's go and do it. I mean, when it comes, put all the blame on me. The child is happy being punished, and you are thinking you are punishing the child. So I don't advise you put the child to a special class or a special school. give the child an attention. Yes, ask them. Yes, please.
So in a society like the African settings where a majority of our parents don't have the financial capacity to sort of pay resources for specialists, what are some of the common things that parents can do in terms of monitoring some of these children?
All right. So, beautiful question. Again, in most part of Africa, children who are suffering from this condition will end up possibly not following their gift, because just as he demonstrated, they are people of several gifts. So I tell parents, engage them. The African parent doesn't engage people or their children. It is his right. Sit down, I am your father. When I say sit down, you must sit down. No, it doesn't work with that child. That child who is an attention seeker gets happy when he distracts. So you telling him to sit down, it's like not saying anything. So I always will tell people, engage them. They want to understand the reason behind why something must not be done or something must be done. So engage them. They want the attention. Out of 10 children, he wants to be the hero. I'm the macho man.
Yeah.
Give me my due. And so parents, I have to engage them. See, unfortunately, fathers are out of the equation because they want to go and bring money. You can't ask me to engage you when I'm feeding 5 mouths. Your mother is not working at the mic. I can't engage you. So this father rather makes the child a point of punishment and a point of reference, or don't be like your brother, don't be like your sister. So this children grow out increasingly withdrawing and finding things that makes them happy. And usually they engage in crime. So I've realized that most criminals do it for gratification. You've gone to steal $2 million from a bank. Why must you go again? So it's not really the fact that the person wants to go and steal. It is what makes him human. I have engaged a lot of prostitutes who will tell me, I have, especially the Nigerians, I have 2 houses here. Even in Ghana, I have this house. Why are you still doing prostitution? So all this become part of it. And realize that they are not doing prostitution because they want money. They don't, because somebody who can go out and get $1,000 in a day, a week, and you have done this for 5 consecutive years, why do you still want to go? It has come to that point of gratification. That's what makes her happy. If she doesn't get something passing through her legs, she's just not human. And it's the same with this condition we are talking about. It's not because the child wants to be stubborn, but it's because that is what the child feeds on to become human. That's what makes me me. So yeah, that's for me, that's how I am. I mean, that's how I am. There's nothing you can do to me, that's how God created me. And so you don't fight what they claim God has created them to be. You respect them and engage them. Listen to them. If you don't listen to them, they will make you listen to them and you will not like it. Yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to know. Since you say it's a biologically issue, is it treated biologically or in other way or mentally?
All right. So it is treated biologically plus other environmental interventions. You can't treat it biologically alone. Especially, I don't like putting my younger clients on medication. They will become stuck to it forever. See, so there is a whole social interventions that you put them in. There is a musician in our country. The moment I mention the musician, they all smile, Shatawale. See, this is a pure case of a boy who had attention deficit disorder from day one. He didn't see, but he still had a talent. So even as a father now, if he doesn't come on air and blast, he still is not happy. Although by far he has achieved almost everything a musician must achieve. Okay, so such a person, you would have try a certain environmental intervention. At some point in time, you can start the medication. You withdraw a little bit, you continue the medication a little bit. But at where he is now, there can't be any social intervention unless you put him on a permanent medication forever. Yes, please.
From your
Thank
program, you mentioned that